Hey guys, this is the video. Man, my Webster County accent came out that video. This is the video for task 2. So if you want to do the political cartoon, to show the different aspects of industrialization, both the good and the bad, both the positive and the negative. So if you don't know what I mean by an a political cartoon, here's what I am talking about. Okay. And you guys are going to remember this from class. I'm sorry I didn't have it pulled up sooner. But remember this, the big dudes that showed all the corruption with the businesses and the government. This is a political cartoon, okay? And it's telling a story here, right? Like, you look at this picture and who's in charge. It's all these guys who are supposed to represent the company, and they are just looking over the congressman and manipulating the congressman. So this shows a negative impact of industrialization, right? The corruption with the government and the business. So what I want you guys to do as part of this assignment, and this is the first time I'm doing it, so we're going to see how it goes, is which first off, you're going to click on this doc, okay, where it says Task 2, Design a Political Cartoon, and you write in this doc. With this task, you will draw 2 political cartoons and or comic strips. So some of you guys might want to maybe you're not good at the symbolism, you can't think of exactly what to draw. You could tell a story through a comic strip, like draw it out and tell me what's going on. One would show how industrialization positively impacted American society, or your ideas from checkpoint 1. So like job creation, price of goods going down. Wealthy people are donating their money, all that. You could show an example of that. While the other will show how industrialization negatively impacted American society. So the poor wages, the rats in the sausage, the unsafe factories, the corruption of the business and the government. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But you must have a picture that shows the negative and the positive. Now, some of you have asked me about, what about if I have one big picture that, it's huge and it shows the positive and the negative, kind of like a mirror situation? That is acceptable. But, and this is a big but, that one picture has to be chock full of detail. Okay, you cannot skimp on it. There has to be a lot going on. There has to be a lot of symbolism in that thing if you're going to reduce it down to only one. It's got to be detailed, it's got to be colored. It can't be evident that you took 20 minutes on it. We're talking about 2-3 hours is what you should spend on this, really thinking about revising it and making it the best that it could possibly be. In addition to drawing these cartoons or the comic strip, you also have to write 1 to 2 paragraphs explaining your pictures. So tell what's going on in the picture. Okay? So I know what I'm looking at, because, and I'm not knocking y'all, I am a terrible drawer. I just wanted to give this opportunity because some of you guys I know are really good visual learners. And I think this would apply to demonstrating your learning as well and show me what you know. You could really create a picture and you create it on your own. So then years from now when you're thinking about this, maybe you're thinking about the rats and the sausage, you have a picture of that and you don't forget it. Okay. But after doing the pictures, you have to give me 1 to 2 paragraphs. And so you need your details in here telling me, and you'll type those paragraphs here, telling me what is in the pictures. What are the details? And why is it important? Now, so you're going to type your response here, describing your pictures. You will turn in your comics and your cartoons in person. So your political cartoons or your comic strip, you will turn in person. And it must be on paper. Okay? No digital copies are accepted. It will just be too easy to plagiarize, unfortunately, with AI. So you will hand draw it on paper. I have printer paper if you need to get some. Okay? And you will give it to me. And then after you type these 2 paragraphs, I will look at your cartoons while I'm reading your paragraphs, and then I will grade it. And so make sure you go into a lot of detail in your paragraphs and you describe to me what's in the picture. Don't just say, oh, this picture shows how industrialization was terrible. Okay, what about it was terrible? Tell me about what you're showing about industrialization being terrible in the picture. Maybe it was the bad working conditions. Okay, maybe it was the rats and the sausage. Maybe it was the workers getting paid poorly and mistreated. It's your picture. I just need to know what's going on. If you have any questions, just let me know.